Hi everybody, this is Josh from Pomeroy Creative, and I have 5 tips that I'd like to share with you from my experience I believe will make you a better designer. Tip number 1, do what you love. This might seem simple, but it's actually one of the hardest things to do just as a human being, and there's no exception for creative people. If you don't know what you love, develop a love for learning. I think that's essential in any case. The more you learn, the more likely it is that you'll find something that you discover you have a passion for. This might mean specializing as a designer in a particular field or a particular discipline. Maybe it's illustration, maybe it's typography, maybe it's photography or videography, any of these different kind of things. Maybe it's being more broad. Maybe what you really love to do is developing ongoing content and material in different forms, different expressions of creativity. So learn and continue learning. Develop a love for learning. And in that, I believe you'll find what it is you love, and do that. And here's why. The next job you do carries with it the potential to do that kind of work again. So do what you love, and you'll love what you do. Tip number 2, draw. Draw, draw, draw. Even if you don't consider yourself an illustrator or an artist, drawing is an incredibly powerful means of communication. It's a way to quickly interpret ideas into a shareable format. So draw, even if it just looks like scribbles. I often use these sketches as a way to solidify the idea that my client may have communicated to me, and my job is to visually interpret that. This is the essence of a designer, is we're communicators first. A good designer should elevate a message. So drawing is going to help you immensely. Now, better drawing skills will develop over time. Use the tool of drawing, practice drawing, implement it in your design process, and I believe it will really save you a significant amount of time, but it will also help you see the big picture from the beginning. I know I've wasted hours and hours and hours in Photoshop because I had no idea of the end result I was trying to achieve in the first place. So little sketches, little thumbnails really save a lot of time, and they also help you stay within the concept of the big idea. What is it I'm trying to communicate in the first place? Then I can worry about details and typefaces and all of those wonderful things that we get involved with. So draw. Tip number 3, read and write. To me, art is about expression and design is about communication. And those two things constantly touch and overlap. But the better communicator you are, the more likely it is that your designs will be successful in communicating a message well. So read. Become a better communicator. Digest as much information from all kinds of different things. I read a lot of science and history. I also love to read blogs from other designers and other entrepreneurs and just soak in as much as possible. I love seeing a cadence and hearing a tone in different people's way of communicating. And it helps me develop a language for my own expression, for my own thoughts. And that's where writing really comes in. Practice writing. Now, often this is maybe something reserved for those who are just content writers or copywriters, but I believe that you'll benefit from it even if you're a photographer, because you'll be better able to communicate your vision or your artistic goals to someone just simply by being a better communicator and having that practice under your belt. Tip number 4, hire yourself. This might sound kind of funny, but I really think that some of the best work that we do is the work that we do for ourselves. The work that we do without somebody looking over our shoulder or constantly emailing us about what they want changed. So do personal projects and find ways to monetize those things and redeem your time back. But encapsulate your particular artistic vision in work that you do for yourself. These are great things to put on your portfolios and advertise as things that you would like to do for other people. The more you do that, the more likely it will be that you attract the kind of clients that resonate with the work that you love to do. So consider yourself a client. Hire yourself and redeem the time that you spend on personal projects by monetizing it, either on online print shops or creating products out of what you've created. Also use it as a great way of advertising the kind of work that you would like more of. Tip number 5, listen creatively. This is something I actually learned working in sales. One of the things I was taught was to listen to your potential customer and listen for cues, listen for things that maybe they're not saying, or listen for things that they repeat. Creative listening is one of the best services I think we can offer our clients. And it really helps when it comes to interpreting their dreams or their goals or their messages into visual content. Ask questions and reiterate what you hear them saying to make sure you clearly understand what they're trying to communicate and have a well-crafted message even before you move 1 pixel. Put these 5 tips into practice and I think you'll see a tremendous amount of success whether you're a freelancer or work for a design firm or are trying to build your own design agency. I want to thank Roberto for having me on the show. I also just want to say if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to his channel. He has some great content, wonderful tips, and I've learned so much from watching his content. It's been a pleasure. See you guys later.